has made Tony Award-winning history on Broadway.
We demand to be heard.
Winner, Best Score.
We demand to be seen.
Winner, Best Book.
We demand equality.
It's a theatrical masterpiece that's thrilling, inspiring, dazzlingly entertaining, and unquestionably the most emotionally stirring musical this season. Suffs, playing the Fifth Avenue Theater September 13th through 27th. Tickets at fifthavenue.org.
Now this building is a very dull burnt sienna color, but I think it might be nice to add some more intensity to that. So I'm going to take my cadmium red light, and I'll also take my little spray bottle here, and I'll give that a light spray and add more color right down in here. Don't want to add too much color in there. Just want to add a few little touches to help make it a little more interesting. Okay, so now that we have this warm color down here on the building, we also need to add some down here in the water as a reflection. So this is also a good time to spray the board. Now when I use a spray bottle, I usually press down very hard because that gives me a very fine spray, very fine droplets. If I just to spray it just a little bit, those droplets can get large. And I don't want large droplets of water on there. I want to get this fine mist. Otherwise the paint will just kind of puddle up there if you get large drops on there. Now after I put these on here, I need to take my brush, wash it off, wipe it off so it's dry, and then I'll just drag that brush right across here and pick up some of that wet paint, some of that red that I just put on there, because it's just not a solid patch of color that goes down there. There's ripples, so wherever those ripples are, I'm just picking up that color. Now this water was changing all the time when we were out there, but I did notice in my reference photograph that I took that some of these houses had a nice reflection right down through and into the water. So here again, we'll just add a few little details, and then I wipe my brush off, and I'll drag that through here, because once again, I don't want that solid patch of light coming down there. It's broken up by little waves and things like that. So these are just subtle points in the painting that can sometimes more easily be done in the studio rather than out on location. Another area I think I can work on is this tree right here. I'm going to mix some green, and I have a lot of different greens here out on my palette. I'm going to use my spray bottle and mist that slightly, and what that will do is any color I put on here will sort of soften that, this spray bottle, and diffuse those colors and let that paint flow out. Now one thing I don't want to do is lose the large shape in this painting like I talked about earlier. I want to keep this large shape intact. I can have other colors and values in here, but not so many that I'll lose that large area, that large shape. I think I can also warm some of these greens down here, take some burnt sienna and yellow ochre, just so everything isn't quite so green. Green is a very difficult color to work with, and a few variations in here I think will help. Pick up some of the blues and the browns, and I'm just giving this a light touch here, adding some colors. Now I think right on this edge here I can lighten those, maybe where some sunlight's coming through and hitting the edge of these trees. So right in there, that's, I think, probably a pretty good value there. That yellow ochre, it's basically just yellow ochre on here. Maybe a touch of white in it. Now that really maintains this large shape. I think if I were to put too much else in there, I might lose the effect of that large shape on that tree. Put a few more details right down in here, maybe a few more light patches coming over the boathouse. I'm using a fan brush to do this. All right, with a small pointed brush, let's add a few more details to these tree trunks. So I'll mix up a sort of a neutral warm color here, and we'll use that color and value to express a few highlights on the sunny side of this tree trunk. I know it was overcast, but I'm just going to add a few highlights in there just to express those trunks better. Let's drop down one more time to this boathouse here and the roof. This was a corrugated roof, and with some lighter burnt sienna colors, let's just put in a few small panels here where those ridges are. I don't need them everywhere. I'll just add a few of them here and there. And maybe right at the very top, I'll mix a lighter value and just highlight one or two of those, 2 or 3 of those. That really brings the focus right down into this area. Now I guess out in the field, this paint got on there somehow that goes into the sky, and it's very difficult to match sky colors. But in this case, there's such a variation here of the sky colors that it won't be so bad. If this were one solid color of a blue or gray, it'd be very hard to mix it and match it, especially with the acrylics. But since we have clouds in here, that won't be too much of an issue. And we can just add a bit more cloud out in this direction. That way we can fix that, whatever that was, that little smudge or mistake that was done out in the field. I think to finish this piece, I'm going to mix a light green with some yellow ochre. I'll spray my board, and I'll put a touch of rim lighting at the top of this mountain. I'm using a bright here, it's a flat brush, and I'm just sort of dabbing that in just lightly. I'm picking my brush up and setting it down because I want to get the look of those trees in there. With a touch of light blue, very light blue, you can also add just a bit of rim lighting where this part of the mountain comes down there. And that could be fog, that could just be backlighting, could be anything, but adds a nice touch of detail. Well, I think that's all the details I need to finish this painting of this North Carolina mountain lake.
For more information about painting and travel with Roger and Sarah Bansimer, visit paintingandtravel.com.
If you'd like to order a copy of this episode of Painting and Travel or any one of the programs in the series, log on to paintingandtravel.com. Each DVD contains 3 programs and costs $19.95.
This Old House. Home improvements made easy. Next on Create.
Hi, I'm Matt Paxton from Legacy List with Matt Paxton. Show your love for Create's programs by becoming a member of your local public TV station. Your annual support helps ensure the channel will be around for years to come, just like a great piece of heirloom furniture.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. This is phenomenal.
Visit createtv.com for more info, and thank you.
This is
There we go.
highly emotional
Yeah.
job, and I did not expect it, I have to tell you.
We're on the road again for another great season of Weekends with Yankee. And this year, it's going to be packed with adventure.
We're also dishing up the ultimate insider's guide to the most delicious food destinations and dishes from the region's most inspired chefs.
And we'll take you off the beaten path to some hidden gems you won't want to miss.
So join us, won't you, for a brand new season of Weekends with Yankee.
On Create. Join me, Michaela Malazzi, for Season 6 of Bare Feet as I dance my way around the 5 boroughs of New York City. From empowering communities like our Indigenous brothers and sisters in Queens, the LGBTQ, disability, and older communities in Brooklyn, to dancing in Little Sri Lanka and Staten Island, and with the Garifuna community in the Bronx. we celebrate the beauty that is the diversity of the city and our country.
Learn dance traditions from around the world on Create. Can't get enough of Create TV? Welcome to CreateTV.com. Get more from your favorite Create hosts and shows.
What do you have cooking in your kitchen?
It's going to be a great project, a lot of fun. Yeah.
Access your local schedule.
Tutti a tavola a mangiare. The bounty of the bayou.
Enjoy projects, previews, and quick tips.
What can't you use it for? That's pretty special.
At your home for how-to. CreateTV.com.
Today on This Old House,
with a herringbone floor, it's all in how you start.
How popular are the pizza ovens?
They are very popular.
I bet.
Yeah.
And it's layout day here for plants in the front yard.
What happened to all this plumbing here?
I've never seen anything like this before. There's already rot going on in that trunk.
So what have you found up here?
Well, a bit of a surprise.
It's really the classic plumber's lament.
Nice.
It's 5 bathrooms, it's a kitchen, it's a full new mechanical. It's going to be a biggie.
Sounds like you guys have a plan.
I think we do.
Money's in the detail.
That is beautiful.
From inspired to installed, from uncertain to unstoppable. There's nothing quite like getting projects done. And doing it yourself doesn't mean doing it alone. The Home Depot, celebrating 20 years with This Old House.
Renewal by Andersen is the full-service replacement window and door division of Andersen Corporation, providing design consultation, custom manufacturing, installation, and service. Renewal by Andersen. To learn more, visit renewalbyandersen.com.
Hi there, I'm Kevin O'Connor, and welcome back to This Old House. Hey, Doug.
Good morning, Kevin.
Well, as you can see, we are about a month away from completing this project here in Narragansett, Rhode Island. We've got the plants that have arrived here in the front yard. Kevin, how are you? Jen Nawada is going to be here a little later. She's going to get those all laid out so we can start getting them into the ground. And on the inside, well, the plaster is up. Aaron, how are you? We've got the trim work going up as well, and we've got floors going down too. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Wow, those look terrific.
Yeah, this is an engineered oak flooring in a herringbone pattern going on this entire first floor.
Very nice. You will save us some, right?
I'll save you a couple of boards.
All right, I'll be back to check on that. So out back, we have got a lot going on. Come on out back here with me. Now, you may remember there's a whole bunch of things. We've got a putting green going over here. We've got a shed going over there. We've got an outdoor shower that's going to hide this pad where the generator goes. And then most of this in here is going to be hardscaping. You're going to be able to come right up to our plunge pool right there. That went in last week and looks beautiful.